Hey, what's up, everybody?
Oh yeah, alright, you did.
Welcome to some more Minecraft on the channel. And no, your eyes aren't deceiving you. Those are actually three peach statues built. One is going to stay the same. Two are going to be changing in this video. I followed a person called TMC Minecraft. He was the one who originally made these statues. That's the tutorial I followed. So, yeah. And we're gonna mod two of these peach statues over here. I have already modded a peach statue before. Let me go show you. So yes, these are the final designs. I haven't showed these yet on camera, but these are the final designs that, if you remember when I did my Minecraft World Tour, they were just empty bases. Well, they're no longer empty bases. They're full-on statues now. So, Peach is not the only one I did tutorial for. I did it for all the Sonic ones, and so on and so forth. In this video, speaks for itself, and I will probably leave the channel down in the description. So if you want to make statues like this, that you can go ahead and do that. So we're gonna leave this statue the same. This one's gonna stay. So, we're going to start with Daisy, aka the skin that I'm using right now. So with
we gotta start the orange hair, baby.
So with Daisy, these are all the materials that I'm going to use for Rosalina too. So what you're going to mainly need for Daisy. What I used before. I gotta grab the image because I have taken that image so I can show you what it will look like when it's done. Because I have taken a picture of. Oh, that's pretty much what it's gonna look like when it's done. And yes, as you can tell, that was my original statue I had. So what you're going to need for that Daisy, you're going to need a block of emerald, some white concrete, whatever white concrete is, orange concrete,
the biggest names in
terracotta,
together like
lime concrete, and some orange terracotta. So what you're gonna want to do with the orange terracotta, you're gonna want to, and I would recommend, if you're gonna mod Peach to be Daisy and Rosalina, I would highly recommend making the Peach statue first, and then.
If you want to make a.
And then mod them that way.
If you want to make Rosalina, I highly recommend get rid of one of the eyes.
And what you're gonna do with Peach is you're gonna replace all the magenta terracotta with orange, or concrete with orange terracotta. And all the pink with orange concrete. And you can get rid of this too, this purple square.
And replace it with orange.
With orange concrete. So I'm going to show you how I would do it, how I did it before on my own. And it's okay if you make a mistake, because you're going to be modding it anyway. So, and you're going to leave the chrome the same. Okay. If you mess up, I would also highly recommend grabbing a block tool just in case you mess up. But you're going to remove that, and that's what you're going to put the lime concrete to be. And then you're going to move this. You're going to change this to white. And the block of diamond to be the block of emerald. And you're gonna leave. Oops, that's orange terracotta, not orange concrete. And you're gonna leave the gloves and the sleeves the way they are. But it is a different story when it comes to Rosalina, because, well, you're not gonna leave the arms the same. You're gonna be changing the arms completely. So that's the only hint I'm gonna give you. But with with Daisy, you'll see what the terracotta is for in a second, guys. Ah, flip, that's not what I thought I was using. I didn't realize I was using orange terracotta. I thought I was using orange concrete. Sorry, guys. So you're going to replace all the magenta concrete with orange terracotta, all the pink concrete with orange concrete. I was going to say all the yellow concrete with just a normal terracotta block. But I would not recommend that, because this pendant over here has got to be white and not the terracotta color. And yes, you're going to have to go inside the statue to fix it, or to do it all the way. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is you can take that out for now, but you're gonna want to place those back in. when you're done. That's the front, minus the sleeves. And you would also want to kind of do something with, I think you want to do something like that. Oh, okay, I'll do that one. Alright, that's better. No, it is gonna look a little red on the TV. Like I said, this one's gonna stay normal, this one's gonna change.
And on TV, the
Orange
shades
concrete
on it.
kind of looks like dark orange or red. But like I said, you're gonna want to try to change all the pink to be orange. And all the orange to be, or no, the magenta concrete to be orange terracotta.
But if you want to do a mobile,
Same process.
yep.
They're all the same bricks. They're not different bricks. And you're gonna leave the gloves. You're not gonna be doing that with and where the skin starts is where you're going to want to stop for the front row. You're going to have to take this part out too, because this part is going to be the it's only going to be the terracotta. So the entire head's going to be terracotta pretty much. And then you're going to want to do basically how the Peach statue is. Orange, Alright, you're also gonna want to go over here to the sides too. You're not gonna want to leave those out. If you want me to transform other statues, let me know down in the comments. And I will make sure to do all that. Wrong terracotta. So that's one side pretty much almost done. Do the same thing on the other side. And you're gonna have to do that on the other side too. And if you transform your normal Peach, if you want to keep that, I'd recommend changing it back to normal. With Daisy, it's pretty simple. Just reverse all the steps you did. With
The Peach.
With the Peach, just reverse all those steps, and then your Peach is back to normal. But with Rosalina, you're probably gonna want to use the video guide again, unless you got a pretty good memory on how the heck you made it in the first place.
But if you don't, I highly recommend you use a guide for Rosalina.
Well, there's the only guide you have for Rosalina, guys.
It's this person right here.
Well, yes, but that's me just mainly if you don't feel like. That's mainly if you don't feel like making a complicated Rosalina statue. I'm gonna get some light in here. You could put short torches, and if you wanted, you could probably place fire in here if you wanted, but to give yourself light. But natural sunlight's all we need. Don't forget the sleeves. And no, I'm not missing stuff. That's how the statue is normally built. there's supposed to be gaps in the statue. You just don't see them unless, you know, you take apart the statue like you're doing the mod. I mean, yes, I get this will take a little while. I am fully aware of that. Now, that's that. So that should be both the sides done. If I'm not mistaken. The front and the sides should be done. We'll work on the hair last.
Now, he's gonna be working on the back for you guys. Oh, and when you work on these statues, guys, I'd highly recommend doing a map layout.
Well, if you want to do a map layout.
But I highly recommend that.
If I haven't already went in through the sides, or from the inside. No, I definitely have. No, I definitely have not. Never mind. Okay, so we're gonna have to... And when you get to the back of this Peach statue, when you're modding the statues, be careful with the hair part. Because there is going to be hair in the back of the statue. Well, okay. That's also if you choose to do that, like I do. And yeah, you could probably mod this statue as you watch the video. Okay, just make sure. And pretty much what it is just replacing blocks. I found that more easier. Also just replace the blocks as you go. Oops.
You put a hole in there.
That's fine, because I fixed that.
Alright, orange concrete.
Whatever the black material was. Just make sure. Yep, okay. And you can do the same thing on the outside. don't think that was supposed to be orange terracotta. I think that was supposed to be... No, that was supposed to be orange terracotta. Okay. Whoops. You shouldn't have to worry about the air part anymore, because go ahead and take care of that. So that's pretty much it for Daisy. Daisy's dress. Pretty much. So now we're gonna go ahead and replace all the yellow concrete except for where that necklace is, because you want to put white concrete there instead of terracotta there. And okay.
Unless, you know, you want to keep Daisy blonde.
Daisy's not blonde.
But it is optional if you want your Daisy blonde or not.
Like I said before, Daisy's not blonde. So that's why I'm changing the hair color. So that's not optional. But I guess what could be optional is if you wanted to probably leave this in there, or you could just take that out. And we're not done yet with Daisy. Because we gotta add the 3D hair effects like I have before. And don't forget about the hair back here too. Oof. And that's it for Daisy, or at least how I made Daisy before. So yeah, that's pretty much how I made her before. And pretty much with Rosalina, you could just get rid of this, the floofy sleeves, and so you can pretty much get rid of those, because you're not going to need those for her. I probably shouldn't have done that earlier. But I did. And you can remove the hair in the front too. Because again, you're not going to need that. And you can remove these end rods. And for now you can remove this, and I will give you another optional. If you want to put a wand in her hand, that's going to be completely up to you. I'm not saying you have to. And I completely forgot to change my skin to the Rosalina. So I was going to do that when making the Rosalina statue. Did not want to change plastic skin. So, what you're really going to need, you could probably put away all the materials for Daisy. Because you're not going to need those materials anymore. And you could pretty much put the brown away because you're not going to need that either.
The only thing that I think you're really going to need
You're going to need light blue concrete, red concrete, light gray concrete, yellow concrete, white concrete, and dark blue concrete, and then that's sandstone, smooth sandstone. Where's the smooth? You're gonna want smooth sandstone. You're not gonna want sand because the sand's not gonna stick.
Yeah,
unless you've got the.
And I guess could also be optional. You could probably remove the eye if you wanted to. No, I'm gonna do that. But like I said, that's completely optional. If you want to do that, you can. Just leave one eye, and you gotta cover the hair. You're gonna want to change the crown this time. You don't want to do that with Daisy, but you do want to do that with Rosalina here. No, I guess you don't really need the red unless you accidentally remove the red part. But, same process. Just remove all the gold on top and replace it with light gray. And if I can quit placing blocks. And, yeah. And you don't really need the ribbon section either. You're going to want to remove the gloves, because Rosalina does not wear gloves. So, you're going to remove these. And you're going to want to use white terracotta for those. And for now, I'll just go all the way up and stop at the sleeve for obvious reasons. I mean, you could take the sleeve out too if you wanted to, but I'm not going to, so. But there is a little spot where I will take out the sleeve. Just not right yet. So you're going to want to do that on all sides. Okay, and you're gonna be left with something that would look something kind of like this, pretty much.
If you guys are commenting below, please was crazy without one eye.
this isn't really
This
the
is not
finished
Peach.
product.
This is not Peach. This will be Rosalina.
I mean, I know she has another eye, but you just don't see it, so... And then you take a... Because there's like a dark blue and a light blue for Rosalina. That's why I did. And I completely forgot to change the pupil down here to that. Oh, yeah, don't forget the bottom part of the hand, by the way. I gotta go back on the other side and fix that too. I completely forgot about that. But don't forget about the bottom part of the hand. Don't forget about this part right here. Then what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to do white concrete down here. I think you're going to want to do something like, if I remember correctly on how I did before, something like that. Obviously looks weird right now. Oh, looks right. If you want to do like an extra row, you can. I'm not going to because it looks weird. Oh, well, actually, let me see what that would look like with the light blue. What the light blue is supposed to represent is supposed to represent the teal. Yeah, we'll do that. And then the rest of the dress is just going to be light blue. Actually, no, we won't do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, don't do that. You're gonna wanna...
Don't be an idiot. Like Riley is.
Well, let's kind of refrain from that word. Because I imagine Riley was planning on posting it.
So you could just take out all this. Flip. And if you mess up over here on the hand, that's where you always take the white terracotta out. Okay, so like right about here is where you're gonna want to put some more white. Put some more white, and it's like right around here. And then the rest, so the most of below is gonna be light blue. And that's the little bit of patch over here is going to be white terracotta. So, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So like right around here is where we're going to also want to put some more white too. And then the rest above that's going to be oh, I think I went too early there. Okay. No, actually, you should probably go down here instead. So yeah, that's better down there. For now. Okay. So white down here, and then blue up here.
Are you sure? Because it looks off.
Well, what's off right now because for obvious reasons.
No, it still looks off.
It does?
Look at how you're not. Come back out. You see how one's up higher than the other?
Well, okay. And maybe what could have happened was I may have won a little too. Okay, let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, that's 4. 3, that would have been pink. 1, 2. Six, 7. That would have been 7 right there.
I think you would need to go. I think it would have been 6.
Did I go 7? 3, 4, 5. No, I went. Yeah, that's.
Because I would think.
Okay, that's
Because that's what it would have needed, but so you would need to come down a little bit.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Well, since I gotta restart the entire, I gotta just do this anyway. So we'll go ahead and put that there. One. So. Yeah, messed up on one of the arms here. One, two. No, wait, no, that would have been this would have been pink.
Yeah.
That would have been tan. So we're just gonna use dark blue for right now. Just represent the pink. This would have been tan right down here. Fine, we'll use red. And then the rest of this would have been white. So. Probably gotta fix the entire arm. There, now that looks a little more even. I know it looks kind of odd right now, but...
No, because then I would go in and fix the tan bit.
Oh, yeah.
Mark on the bottom. So, here's what... Here. Let me see what I can do for you. To kind of help. Should be three.
Yeah, it should be 3. For the hand. I can fix all that back to normal. I was just...
Oh, I'm just making sure.
Because like I said, I'm going to leave it optional for you guys if you want to... If you want to put a wand in her hand, that's optional.
That should look better.
Like I said, I'm going to leave it to be optional for you. If you want to do a wand, you can. I chose not to, because I did not like how it turned out when I did do it that way. But everything below this white line is going to be blue. Pretty much. White line. So we just have something that looks like that. Wow. Okay, let's do this a little bit better. Let's... Okay, now you just have something that looks like this. Then you're gonna go to the side of the statues, obviously.
Oh, you were right before. Because it's got to be 3.
I'm just gonna...
On the bottom.
Okay. This is gonna be
The white.
the white. And the thing rest above it's gonna be blue. Everything above is gonna be blue. Until we get up to this white line right here, which is everything above that white line is gonna be white terracotta. And you're gonna wanna whoops. White line. And then you're gonna wanna fill the shoulders in with white terracotta too. So I'm gonna go to the other side and do that.
Because you want to make sure you have the arm 3 lengths down. Because that's how I managed to make it even.
White line. Going above the white line. And yeah, it's kind of gonna be in the way, but that's because that's that. Okay.
And you just copy.
And then you just copy, so you just pretty much copy the pattern that you already have here. On the sides and on the back.
Well, I don't know if Rosalina's got in the back. But she probably.
You can't tell.
Because of the hair.
Yeah. So that's why I said you can't tell. It's pretty much the same. What you do on the back, that's the same thing you do on the back when you do the dress on the back. You just copy what you have in the front. Pretty much just a bunch of blue.
Because I don't know if she's got the white in the back.
I don't know either. So I'm just gonna put white in the back just because I don't know. And I think it would be better than just terracotta. No, actually I think we probably should put terracotta there because then that doesn't really match. I'm gonna put terracotta here.
But you're not gonna know because.
Yeah, because the hair's gonna be covering it, so it doesn't really matter. Like, no, I changed my mind. And the reason why I didn't say change all the magenta to anything, because, well, you're pretty much getting rid of all the magenta terracotta anyway.
Wasn't that supposed to be
Oh,
white?
yeah, that's supposed to be white, not blue. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's better. And then you do the same, pretty much. Okay, so this is supposed to be just white right here. And then the rest of this is just going to be blue. Like I said, the rest of this is just going to be blue. Okay, so on the back, you're going to pretty much copy like what you did on the front. Like I said before, just copy. So, like, for example, I'm going to go to the side too so you can kind of see what we did. wow. Or you could pretty much just trace your way around it. I find that a little more easier just to trace your way around it. Another way you know you're getting it right. Oh, I already have the blue there. Okay. Don't think that was a blue thing. And then when you're done, you can just remove that. Okay, so there's gonna be hair somewhere around here. So, okay, well, we'll do. Because it's really gonna be in the inside, so you're not really gonna see it. So, oh, well, you're gonna be replacing that with sandstone, smooth sandstone. If you find any better materials you like for the hair, by all means. And if you just want to leave statue with just pink, go for it, I guess. Well, not pink, but like
The blonde hair?
yeah, the blonde. That's fine too. I'm gonna leave that part up. Don't worry. Just make sure you cover up that one spot where there was an eye, and you should be fine. And I just go on the side.
think you have it wrong though.
Do I?
Just the scotch, because the back part of the dress
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have that white.
Oh, it doesn't have the white.
Mm-mm. It would have no. You're right on that. I'm preferring the bottom part of the dress.
Oh, the bottom part.
Yeah, like where all you've got that white at,
All this?
all that should be blue.
Okay.
Because only the front has that.
So this part's gonna stay, right?
Yeah, that part stays. It's just where you have that indentation.
So I was just pretty much overcomplicating that this entire time.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because I had to look a back shot of the dress.
This is what you're gonna want to replace all the blonde to, and the smooth sandstone. You can do that.
I mean, I would recommend starting like with the 3D.
Taking, I mean, I know how to put the 3D back, so
I may just have you do that.
that's fair.
That portion when you come help me with mine.
Okay.
Because I'll just do like all the other stuff. Just.
I'm gonna do the back part first.
Yeah.
Because
Because I figured we'll do that whenever you're done with the videos for the day.
So yeah, that's what the smooth sandstone is gonna look like for the hair. Let me go ahead and get rid of all the 3D portions first, and then we'll do the. We'll add those in after we're done with the hair. So you could choose to go head to toe if you wanted. But if you wanna go, that's if you wanna go that way. Yeah. So we're pretty much almost done with the Rosalina, so we still need to get the hair, we still need to get the pendant in, and then we're done. Yes, I'm not gonna forget about the hair part. I guess you can get rid of all the blonde, or if you don't want to change the blonde, I'm gonna leave that part optional for you. But if you want to, you can. But if you want your Rosalina statue to look pretty accurate, I recommend you do the sandstone for hair. The smooth sandstone. I should reframe that. Yeah, and Zan was saying I could just leave it blonde. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Because then it's not pretty accurate.
Yeah. For Daisy. I'm like, Daisy? I have never seen Daisy have blonde hair. Well, neither have I seen Rosalina, but
She's kind of, yellow is what I mean. Yeah, we should refer that to yellow instead of blonde. Because the sandstone actually is more accurate to what
Yeah.
Rosalina's hair
Would look like. And yes, I am on the Nintendo Switch edition, obviously, as you can see. I'm on Switch. Well, like I was saying, if you wanted to leave blonde, you can. I'm not gonna leave it blonde, I'm gonna change it. Oof. And, yeah. That's pretty much all we got left. And we're done. Obviously, when you do your 3D render for her hair, I'd recommend doing the 3D render in the front, making her hair come down at a certain angle, like it is in the game. But when we get to that part's going to be the trickiest, so that's why I'm saving that part for last. I found it a little tricky myself doing it. Also, when I was trying to find the right hairstyle, the closest to blonde, that one been, yeah, it's supposed to be like that, okay. Alright, so we're going to the 3D part now. Okay, so maybe I went a little too far, so I might have to restart the hair part because you're supposed to be able to do. You're supposed to have like one part of the hair, and then I might have to restart this part. So I think that's maybe what have happened. So don't. You're supposed to go. I don't get that right. It's gonna look weird though, so. Huh.
You just got a little hole out of the back of her?
No, I'm gonna fix that. Obviously, I'm gonna fix that. Oh yeah, I didn't go too far over. Because let me show you what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's not supposed to be like that.
Hmm.
And that's not looking like that. Oh flip, I didn't get no warning or anything. I need the charger. Before this thing dies, because I haven't even looked over at the Chromebook until now.
Yeah, that was the same way with mine.
Alright, I'm gonna pause until I can fix it, guys. Alright, I'm back. I've decided that I was gonna change the backing of the hair that I had originally, as you can tell. Because I originally had something like this. Wow. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna try and replicate that as best I can. So that's, yeah. Okay. So what you're gonna want to do for the front is you're gonna do something like this. Yeah, there. So that's pretty much gonna be it for the modded Rosalina, or modded Peach for Rosalina and Daisy. So yeah, if you guys would like to try and make the original Peach statue, I will probably leave that down in the description of the video. And if you would like to mod Peach to be Daisy or Rosalina, just follow my guide best you can.
Let's follow by right guy.
What about the pendant?
Oh, flip. Thank you for reminding me about that. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that's not optional. That you gotta do. Don't be like me, try and forget something like that.
Your mom was it, didn't you?
Well, yeah, kinda.
Ugh. Damn, she's trying to break again.
It's obviously supposed to look like a star, but I'm not doing a very good job of that. Now it looks more like a triangle than a star. Whoops.
It's a fishing dude for today for Animal Crossing.
And then you're going to use yellow for the inside. Now that'll be it for the video. I mean, yeah, I know it's a little more, but I think that's a little more better than the way I had it from yesterday. Kinda like it that way. It's not a good start, but
It's what you can.
that's what you can do, so I was gonna try and have like a something like that, but it's not gonna let me do that because it was gonna make me want to do something like that. So yeah, that's the best you can do in Minecraft. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next video. So yeah. Bye guys.